All right, so Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. The fight has now been rescheduled, tentatively. I say tentatively because, I'm going to try and not let myself get as hyped as I did for Feb 17th. People told me not to get hyped for it. I did. I believed it. I'll touch on certain things now in a wee sec, but date they have here is May the 18th, same location, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Turkey Al Sheikh has said that there is a promise to forfeit 10 million if either fighter pulls out. So if Usyk pulls out, it's a forfeit of 10 million, vice versa with Tyson Fury. He said if Fury's out, Usyk faces an opponent of his choice, and vice versa with Tyson Fury. He'd like to do Fury versus Joshua. This is on MMA Fighting with Ariel Hua. That's assuming Joshua gets by Ngannou, which I expect him to, but you never know. He's also said, therefore, it's likely that if Joshua beats Francis Ngannou, he is unlikely to fight the winner immediately of Usyk versus Fury, and instead may face Filip Hrgovic later this year. So that is the situation. May the 18th. Yeah, look, I let myself get hyped for February 17th. I let myself believe that it would happen. A lot of people told me I was being a bit too optimistic and that something like this is going to happen. Seeing that they have the forfeit in place of money, does it make it a little bit more reassuring that it'll happen on May the 18th? A little bit, but you just don't know. I'm going to try and not allow the hype and the excitement to get in. Probably even until we see them both in the ring, to be honest, which I know some would say maybe fight week, but you just don't know. You really don't. In terms of the interview that he gave, Tyson Fury, with obviously Turkey Al Sheikh and Oleksandr Usyk with his manager, you do see the stitches over the eye. There is still that part of me that does have some, doubts about it all. A lot of people are saying that, well, one, the original picture that was released, it was over this eye and then it's over this eye. Look, if this was any other fighter where this happened, I would say, all right, it's crap. It's annoying. Wish it didn't happen, but ayo. With Tyson Fury, you look at the man's track history. As I've said several times, a tree is known by its fruits. All right? That's why you look at someone like Jarrell Miller and you're always questioning, is he clean? Is he clean? You wouldn't be surprised if he pops again. Why? Because his track history. And with Fury, economical with the truth, pulled out of fights, how many now? Ustinov, Klitschko, rescheduled the Wilder fight, the trilogy fight, this now. It's consistent. So you look at even the excuses he's given for fights like the Klitschko fight with the ankle injury, despite the fact he'd failed UCAD tests for that nandrolone. He said he had the ping pong in July for the Deontay Wilder trilogy fight, and his whole team had it, despite the fact they were at UFC events that evening. So you look at this, you question a lot of things. You definitely do. And with this one, it's kind of like, right, I see it, but I'm still a little bit sus. Because you had John Fury before Christmas saying that, he needs more time, this, that, and the other, and February is the date we have. And that led to a lot of people saying, oh, he's planting the seeds already. And, again, it did sound that way, but I chose not to believe it. I thought, no, we will get this fight. Now it May the 18th, which is a couple of months away, I'm not going to allow myself to get as hyped as I did first time around, because again, you once bitten, twice shy, as they say. So for me, I'm just going to see how it goes. We're going to talk about any news that comes up for this fight, but let's wait and see. Listen, that could very well be genuine. Everything he says could be very well genuine. As many of us have been saying, the boy who cried wolf. The one time it actually comes around where you are truthful, no one believes you. Why does no one believe you? Because you have a history of it, right? And it amazes me the way Fury fans say, well, he doesn't lie. It's like, there's loads of instances you could point out. Oh, but that's just what he does. So he doesn't lie, but here's instances of it, and then your excuse is that's what he does. So yeah, it's a lie, basically. So he doesn't lie, but when he does lie, it's just his gimmick. So make that make sense. That's why people are doubting it. That's why people are saying, is this really the case? And when you look at the way Frank Warren has behaved immediately after, Adam Cattrall raising, not even accusing Tyson Fury of faking anything, but just saying, I'd like a little bit more insight into this. I'm asking the questions. That's what Adam Cattrall is doing, and Frank Warren saying he's going to sue him, this, that, and the other, which to me that doesn't look good, for a variety of reasons. But you got to bear this in mind, when Deontay Wilder flat out, I mean, there wasn't even any, potentially this, he was just flat out saying Tyson Fury cheated. Even in trade, he's like, Tyson Fury cheated, loaded gloves, the referee was in on it, Mark Breland, this, that, and the third, but accusing Tyson Fury of using tampered gloves. He's flat out accusing him of doing that, and Frank Warren just get a little giggle. It's like, that's just Wilder, that's just Wilder. But Adam Cattrall even insinuates something's up. Solicitor's letter. That just, to me, it's like, that doesn't look good. And normally when someone does have something to hide, they're just like, right, let's lawyer up, let's sue. That's how from the outside looking in. So May the 18th is the day we have. Let's see what happens if we get it. Hopefully we do. I hope we do. As I said, I really just want to see Undisputed. And I hope to God that there's no issues with the IBF, that the IBF are okay with it, that they say, all right, fine, last time we're going to push it back. Next time, we're not having it. I hope that is the case. In one sense, I'm glad that Oleksandr Usyk isn't having an interim fight, because I know that's what Krasuk was potentially talking about. And the reason why I'm glad he's not having an interim fight is because, Oleksandr Usyk isn't getting any younger, nor is Tyson Fury for that matter. I think there's only about a year or so between the two. But Usyk's not getting any younger. Going and having another fight, even if it is for someone like Filip Hrgovic who hasn't been, properly training, it's miles on the clock that you don't need. And, I'm glad that his next fight will just be Tyson Fury. If that cut is legit, all right, which very well looks that way. If it is legit, that is going to be an issue for Fury in this fight. I mean, we need to talk about the cut in of itself, because if you have had the stitches, and let's say, right, so it's early February now, it's February the 4th now, but let's say that could happen on the 1st of February, hypothetically speaking, right? You're talking what? March, April, and you're talking 3 months, right? How long before he's cleared to spar, right? I would imagine roughly probably 6 to 8 weeks there, but probably not that long, but let's just say a month roughly, right? So you're behind on sparring, and that scar tissue in such a short amount of time. You got to bear in mind, right, when he fought out of a lane, that was a worse cut. That was a much worse cut. It was a horrible gash. I mean, it really was bad. It was a horrendous gash. That was the end of September. I think it was the end of September. So end of September till the end of February. So you're talking October, November, December, January. So you had roughly 5 months thereabouts. Roughly 5 months. He's got less time now. Now, he was never touched by Deontay Wilder in that fight, so it didn't matter. But scar tissue is there. It's there, especially when it's raw like that. A couple of good shots, a couple of good right hand or left hands from Oleksandr Usyk. Wouldn't shock me if that eye starts marking up or maybe opens again. So if it is a legit eye injury, it's going to be a worry even going into the fight. I mean, you could say, right, well, I've had the, stitches, I've had this. It's going to be a worry regardless, and it's going to be on their minds regardless if it is real, because that's going to have so much scar tissue, and it's going to be fresh. It's not a long, like May, I know it's only February now, but May is not that far away. It really isn't. You won't miss till May comes. And is that going to be enough time for that cut to heal? Maybe now at this stage it's a case of, right, look, you got to do what you got to do. If you're not 100% tough, you know what, they ain't going to let us do this again. So that's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Date rescheduled, May the 18th. It also pushes back some other fights, by the way. So Lee Wood and Josh Warrington were reported to have their rematch at the City Grounds, which is obviously where Nottingham Forest play, on May the 18th. I would imagine that's definitely going to get pushed back now. You couldn't go up against Fury versus Usyk on that date, and especially if it's going to be a broadcast across the zone, TNT and Sky, which I would imagine it still will be. I would imagine that deal is still in place. They're never going to do that fight on that date, so that will definitely get pushed back. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Are you excited that we have a new date, or are you just proper apprehensive and just like, until they're in the ring, no hype? You would be right to think that. because obviously I got bitten bad. I was really looking forward to Feb 17th. I was like, we are getting it. And yeah, Friday was an absolute, that was a gut-wrenching moment seeing that on Friday. It was gut-wrenching. It was just like, no, of all the things I did not want to see on Friday, which was a good day, that was just done. That was not nice for anyone. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know yours in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed it, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, as always, if you haven't already. I'll talk to these people. Peace.